So we had the Suicide Squad back in part of the episode. We had Ray Palmer, the Atom versus Arrow. Like the whole thing going on with the League of Assassins. Boy, this fucking episode was packed with a lot of shit. Yeah, that's one thing that you can definitely say about this Arrow episode is that this one felt very, very, very heavily on a lot of things. So I'm just gonna go straight off. Like we have like John Diggle, his marriage going on. It's like, yeah, pretty much like he knew that fucking like Oliver was gonna fuck up, which I kind of felt a little bit. It took away from a little bit of the bromance thing that they had later on in the episodes. Like one thing is like, oh yeah, I could have fucked up, so I'm just gonna have like Ray Palmer just become like the actual guy for me now. Like I'm just gonna have him like read the speech out, you know, say like all this stuff, which I kind of took away really from the episode, like especially with the whole thing with John Doe, but the whole clash with them going down. It's like, because they had like fucking Suicide Squad come back together just so they could actually have this shit go down. They had to like take care, like rescue someone, like certain MPs, and there was like a big terrorist attack, and it turns out he was the one that set it up all along, so he could get like some big like fucking, oh yeah, with if this is okay, I can run for mayor and shit because I'll be like a war hero. And a lot of stuff like in this episode was really showing off about Deadshot, like sort of like what really happened to him, how he managed to get to join Suicide Squad. And it was actually Hive who were the ones that actually got the hit on John Diggle's like actual brother. It's like, this is the thing, it's like this episode was fucking everywhere. It was like addressing so many stories and all that, like even as well with the whole thing with like the Suicide Squad mission, personally as well, it was underwhelming. It really felt underwhelming to the last one that we had. It wasn't really big huge fucking stakes in this one, even though there was a bump. But it's like, even as well when you had fucking Deadshot as well die in this episode, I'm like, I didn't feel as much as I should have. Like, as I especially started to grow on this character, but I feel like that was kind of a little bit more of an underwhelming, like, what really happened to him, honestly. And that's one thing I really did like Deadshot. I really did like the Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad at the moment isn't really nothing. Like, look at it. It's just like, it's Diggle, Deadshot, Cupid, and his wife. That's not really the Suicide Squad there. There's like more to it than that. And you know, I know I'm not the most experienced on the Suicide Squad, and you know, I wanted to just add new members like that, but it was like, it really didn't feel like anything. It really didn't feel like this was like the Suicide Squad that I kind of signed up for. It was just like felt like a wannabe one, which is like, oh, Deadshot's there and Diggle's there, so it's kind of cool, you know. It didn't feel like the last one that we had personally, and like earlier on throughout the, you know, the seasons and stuff. So yeah, that was a little thing to take away from that. And then the Ray Palmer, like, because he actually identified who Oliver was by using like his big old abs. So I did like them saying like, yo, what's up fucking Arrow, what's up super like that. He's like, yo, it's the Atom, don't fuck around me. And like, he was very quick in the episode. Like, he didn't last that long. Like, he just got hit by one of the wires, and just Oliver like kicked him down, and he was like saying, you know, Felicity needs you, like you can't do this shit because I can't protect the city and my loved ones and be with the ones that I love at the same time. And that's what he made a choice of. It's like, I'm not, like, don't fuck up like I did. He pretty much didn't want him to become like Oliver himself. And it's like, that's what I saw in that. And it was like, there were some really good elements in this episode. Like I said, it was really good, but it's like, yeah, like with that, the whole thing going on with like Oliver going against like all the League of Assassins, Sal, like them trying to set him up, saying like that, you know, there's a one, like all of them coming in as like own different versions of the Arrow, like, you know, trying to be like wannabe Arrows. This episode especially just felt like this should have been 3 episodes. Like, each of one of them should have been their own little point to focus on, and I feel like it's because that they've had so many of those episodic episodes throughout the season that they had to slow down a bit, and it was like, okay, we kind of actually have to slow down, like, and now they've realized it's like, oh shit, let's just fucking wrap up all these storylines now, like doing all this shit, obviously the big finale that we're going to be happening in this season. So yeah, like, definitely, season 3 has been a mixed bag, for me personally. Like, the first half was amazing. It was, like, really great start, you know, the first episode, and everything that was happening, and it was, like, some good stuff here and there. But, yeah, it's, like, there have been, like, episodes like this, where it's just been, like, I do enjoy it. I really think I should have been more heavily invested into this episode, but it's just, like, the way the episode portrayed it. So a 7, I feel, for this episode. Like, that's what I personally thought about this one. It was, like, you know, it had some good parts, but too much stuff being addressed, too much stuff, like, little things being resolved in this episode. So let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this hour episode. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.